Hey you, there's no time to lose. Would you like to listen to some head over the footy interviews?
All right, lads. Tottenham. Now, before I talk about the game, I've got to ask you boys, because I know that with the games being on at like 2 a.m, you don't stay up and watch them because you obviously don't want to stuff up your sleep cycle. Mm-hmm. So you wait till the the morning after or whatever to watch it. So did you get a chance to watch last night's game?
Yep. Watch the little highlights.
Am I allowed to delve into it? Just in case you haven't watched it, I don't want to be a spoiler.
Please do, because it was a good night.
Yeah. Mate, it was a bloody ripping night.
Yeah.
4th v 5th, and we're all Tottenham supporters. Yep. You guys are proper Tottenham.
Yeah.
The OGs, before Ange.
Yep.
Yeah. Probably, fair to say we're probably nuffies.
How did it come about?
Well, mine was a while ago. Mine was probably in 2019, I'd say. I was like starting to get into FIFA, and then I loved playing with like Sonny, Kane when he was there. Just loved playing with Tottenham on kickoff, and then watched their All or Nothing doco, and then just ended up loving him, and then started getting into the soccer. Just kept watching him, and then that's sort of how I started to really like him. Then had some favourite players over the time, like Stevie Bergwijn, stuff like that. So yeah, got into it then, and then been a supporter ever since. And then you were probably like a year or so later, because me and Flynn got Tomo into football and FIFA as well when we lived with him.
Very nice.
No, I reckon it's opened our eyes as to the feeling that our fans get for Richmond, because when you play, you don't follow it the same way fans do.
Yeah.
And so you can't really understand truly how much it means to them. But then I suppose by us following Tottenham, we love it.
Yeah.
Waking up, watching the highlights. We've got our own fantasy. Yeah, it's awesome. So we went. Well, I've been there last couple of years. Watched a few games.
Yeah.
I went to, for any Premier League fans out there, I went to Luton Town.
Watched
the game. Watched an away game there, Luton versus Tottenham, and they hold like 10,000 people, and it's literally like a local ground. It was the best. It's like Richmond going to play it. Just Swan Hill, which is where I'm from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, and Angie's a Carlton supporter as well.
Yeah.
So you got some words for him?
As in words.
Look at the camera.
No, I don't think he needs any words from me, Hats. I think he's doing a very good job. He's a massive.
I'm sure Ange will be watching this.
Yeah, mate, Angie's watching. He's one of our top fans, mate.
That's true. Yeah, he'll probably
future
he'll
fans.
probably rock up at his front desk tomorrow morning. But yeah, no, he's a big Carlton supporter. Has been for a while. He actually sent a video to the club before our finals campaign last year, just wishing us good luck and stuff like that. So yeah, he's a Carlton man, and he's doing a good job for Tottenham at the moment, which is good.
Absolutely, mate. He's gonna love that.
Yeah. I'm sure he will.
He'll be tuned in.
What did he say anything interesting in that video to you boys? Or when did he send it? Before the prelim?
No, it was before like our...
So the video worked. It wasn't before the prelim.
Yeah. It was before the Sydney game. I think the week before the Sydney game. And it was just saying good luck, play well, that sort of thing. I can't really remember specifically, but it was along the lines of all the best, well done on the year, that sort of stuff. So no, it was good.
Yeah, very nice. He's a good man, Ange. We know that.
He is.
Derry, I want to speak about. I was watching the front bar last week, and they were talking about how they've removed all traces of the dynasty at the club. So is it looking a bit different at Tigerland, at Pun Road Oval?
It is a little bit. We've the meeting room's been sort of revamped. We used to have big, all the walls were covered with the whole squad photos of the boys who were there during the premiership years. So they've all been taken down, and we're just using it for what's going on this year. Ooze likes to refer to it as a clean slate. You got to move on from what's happened. We still celebrate it, but bit of a clean slate, Hats.
Very nice. Positive, personable, approachable, and a great connector. Who does that sound like? Thomson.
Sounds a bit like you, mate.
Well, these are the words of your teammate in the midfield, Jacob Hopper, talking about Yze. Positive, personable, approachable. Am I the Richmond coach?
No.
But no, how's he been, Yze? Tell us about him. And he's from Shepparton, I believe, not far from Swan Hill.
Yeah, he's from the country. He, I mean, Hopper likes his big words, but he summed it up pretty well there. He's been great, and he's a good communicator, good connector. Yeah, we're lucky to have him.
Absolutely, and he oh jeez, I can't speak there, lad. He has done a lot of coaching before getting this job, so he's a good man for the job, that's for sure. Well prepared for it. And Jack Ziebel, he's another guy that you've been working with. Is that right? With stoppages?
Yeah, he's stoppage coach.
A boring question, but yeah, how has he been anyway? Good.
Yeah, I liked it. You got real in-depth questions there, mate. Nah, he's been awesome. He obviously first year out of the system. He learning on the go, but he's, you wouldn't know it's his first year. He's awesome, great for me with all the stoppage. Strengthen my game, which I like to work closely with him. So, yeah, another bloke that is great to have in.
Yep, I remember in our school days, electric, and obviously you still are, but I remember watching it and being next to you.
Hey, mate,
next to you, trying to get a touch, never got a touch.
Year 12, let's speak about this. Hatza left our first footy team for cricket.
Oh,
That's right.
We still
you
haven't
too.
discussed this,
I
mate.
retired, boys.
We're still filthy about it.
Yeah.
Could have won it if you stayed.
That's
Mate.
the reason we only won 2 games that year, because you left.
Well, I left at the end of term 2.
Yep.
Term 3, we played 3 games. There was that one game against Brighton, wasn't there? That
Yep.
really good
that
game.
was a good win.
We
1
won.
point. Yep.
1 point win.
Yep.
And how did the other 2 go without me there?
I can't remember the other 2.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, there was, one was Xavier, was it? No.
Oh, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But no, to answer your question, Thomson, I had to play cricket, and I had trials coming up for under 19s at the time. I was a bottom manager, so I just wanted to focus on that. But bottom major.
Not bad, eh?
You guys know about that. Did you guys play bottom age under whatever it was? You play as a younger guy.
Big country.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only played one game.
Like you guys would have done it for. You guys played together at Pioneers, Bendigo Pioneers.
Yeah.
Pioneers,
Oh yeah. We had underage.
Yeah,
we
nice.
played underage. Yeah.
So you guys played. Did you guys play any games there? Because I know you played school footy. So
At TAC.
yeah.
The NAB League now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We played. What do we usually get? We usually get like 6 games a year.
Yeah,
I think.
Oh, yeah.
maybe 4 or 5. Even.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's obviously APS takes priority. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Brodie Kemp, I've got here. I want to ask you about this. Right, this might be interesting.
Yeah.
You I don't know what ground it was, but
Mhm.
you're late hours of the night,
Yeah.
and you needed to go to the bathroom
Yeah.
to do the drug test. Requirements for all AFL players, you got to do these drug tests, right? You were there for a while.
Yeah.
Apparently, you were just struggling. Tell us.
Yeah. That's good research, mate. That's very good research. Yeah.
This is exclusive, by the way. Head over to the Footy exclusive.
Yeah. I can't really go to the toilet in like open spaces I need to be private, need to be by myself, that sort of thing. Anyway, so obviously,
which is a pretty normal thing.
it's like a severe case of stage fright sort of thing. And anyway, so after the prelim game finished at about 10:30, and I actually already had it was like the illicit piss test that week, so I'd already done that, and that took all day as well.
To get it done.
Yeah, so I'd try, and then I'd be like, nah, I'll go have lunch. I'll drink some more water, that sort of thing, try and help. Anyway, and then so I had the Asada one on after the prelim, the Melbourne one. Game finished at 10:30. I left the ground at about 2:10, so I was there for I don't know what's that, like just over 4 hours. So yeah, it was grim, and I drank, I reckon, 3 bottles of Gatorade, 6 bottles of water, just trying to scull them, just trying to get fluid, because you're already dehydrated from the game anyway, and just trying to get heaps of fluids. And yeah, it was. I felt bad for the guy who was with me having to do the test.
In the room.
In
this
the
guy.
room.
They're standing
And
in
it
the
was,
room with you.
Yeah, it was actually his birthday when it became 12 o'clock. So what a birthday for the big fella. But anyway, finally got it done, and yeah, came back all negative, which is good, mate. So.
Yeah. That is insane.
Yeah.
So, but it's hard. These testers, they have to be with you in the room for every single test they do. Is that right?
Yeah. So the second they notify you, you can't leave their site, and then you go into like a private bathroom, and then pull your pants down, lift your shirt up. They got to watch you pee in the cup. So
that's remarkable.
Yeah.
I know you probably you wouldn't say it, but that's it's a bit ridiculous. The fact that they have to be in the same room, standing next to you.
Yeah, I would love if there was a different way for it, and hopefully there will be. But yeah, it's a bit like it's strange. Like you're getting watched pissing into a cup. But of course, we've got to do it. It's part of the game. But hopefully in a few years' time there can be a different method, maybe a blood test or something.
10:30 to 2:10. It's a lot of time. I'm sure it wasn't silent the whole time.
No, it wasn't silent. So it was in the room. You're not in that room for 4 hours. Like you can walk around in the rooms. You just got to stay.
They just have
okay.
to follow you around.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
I was stupidly
Oh,
thinking
no.
that you
Yeah,
guys
no,
were
no.
in the same bathroom, like one of those big disabled toilets.
No.
Okay.
No, so you
That
can
was very
you
silly
can
of
walk.
me, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can walk around. You can do. Like I had my family who was out in like the family area there waiting for like a couple of hours, so I was just hanging out with them before they went home. And so they waited for a while. But still couldn't get it done, so they left, and then 2 hours later got it done.
Perfect, mate.
Yeah.
Got it done. That's the main thing.
Exactly.
Very nice. That's a funny one. And Thomson, I wanted to ask you, because you're you grew up on a farm, and a stone fruit farm, nectarines, apricots, peaches, plums. You're a bit of an expert, are you?
Well, again, you need to do your research here, mate. We didn't grow any plums or apricots, but
okay.
nah.
So you're not so you're half a stone fruit farm.
Yeah, and I'm not claiming it either. It's my old man. But grew up on one. We also grew mandarins and lemons for a little bit, but it was I love going back there. Mum and Dad are still there on the farm. The old man's working hard. But I get to go back there because it's about 4 hours from Melbourne, so go back there just when I get a bit of a break. But
Yeah.
It's nice and peaceful out there.
So are you obsessed with what was it? Nectarines you guys do?
Nectarines and peaches,
Peaches. So you're obsessed with them, or you're sick of them? You're probably sick of them.
No, I love them because
Yeah.
they're only in season through like November, December, January. So it's just during those months. You just we smash them. We used to have heaps. You'd have like 3 or 4 a day.
Oh yeah.
And it's not good for the guts, but
I was gonna say, is it healthy? Because I go to the supermarket, buy 4 apples, I come back, and I eat them within a day and a half, because I don't want them to like go off. I don't want them to go soft.
yeah.
I pick them out when they're like pristine at the supermarket, so I'll eat them straight away because I don't want them to soften up.
Yeah.
Is that
No,
Why are you laughing? Yeah, I'm out in the background. Our producer Charlie Gill is having a little giggle. But anyway, the question is it healthy for you? Like as you said, it's bad for your guts, so it's clearly not.
No, when I say bad for your guts, I mean probably more so. It's not unhealthy for your body. It's just you might get smelly wind. Some might say, which he's usually on the receiving end.
Yes, I am.
Oh, he's on the receiving end. So it's
I
coming
thought you were
out
about
of
to say I'm on the.
Yeah.
I am.
Nah.
Producer.
Yeah.
Nah, so usually when the peaches or nectarines are in season, Dad'll give me a box to bring up to our house, and because he's used to just buying them from the supermarket, he won't eat them till they're soft. So usually they're sitting in the fridge for about a week or two before he eats them, and then you got about 1 day window before they get mouldy. And
Well, I was under the impression that nectarines are supposed to be eaten soft, and peaches are like medium softness. But
You're kidding.
Yeah,
Do you like them like that though?
soft. Yeah, I love it. Like with the juices,
Kidding me.
go everywhere and shit like that. Yeah.
Do you like it? You don't like them?
no, I like them rock hard.
Well, no. Are you
Which
the
is
only
bizarre.
one, or is it?
But then
are you in a
now,
group
like,
of-
he's brought some from home. Like, his parents will bring some up, like a tub, we'll put in the fridge. And I've tried to have them hard, and I still don't mind them, but I just feel like they lack that extra flavour when they're not soft.
I know. I hear you a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot. I'm speaking facts, but
Yeah.
It's just turned into a stone fruit podcast, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is. Oh, what did we go? You almost saw there, Kempy. We might have to, I don't know if we can swear. But go for it. If we can't swear, I'll beep it out.
yeah,
So
sounds
so
fucking good.
I'm waiting. One of us will swear. Hopefully today, maybe not. Anyway, Darcy Moore. All the captains were asked what they'd change if they were CEO of the AFL, and Darcy Moore said he'd want players to be able to wear casual clothes to and from games. Now, just from looking at you boys, you're quite fashionable. I'm sure. Are you with Darcy Moore there? So instead of wearing the club media tops, you get to wear casuals to games.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I don't mind that. I just don't reckon we wouldn't look like, say, like NBA players when they rock up to games, because they're obviously on
Yeah, more money.
substantial amount of money, so they can sort of drip out a bit more. Whereas, I mean, you say we're fashionable, but I'm wearing cargo pants and an industry plain tee, which is same for there's 90% of people our age. So, I mean, it would be.
Are you fishing for compliments?
No, I'm not. He was just saying that we were fashionable, but I mean, it's not. It's nothing out of the ordinary. So it would be good, just in terms of. I feel like a lot of the club apparel we have, I'll get real sweaty in them. They don't breathe as well. So maybe it'd be
I reckon
a
it's.
good call.
I reckon it's a similar discussion to school uniform. I reckon like everyone says they would rather wear casuals to school, but it gets to a point where
You
No.
run out
Just
unless
wearing
you
the
got
same
heaps of
thing.
money.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. I don't. I mean,
it takes the
it's
stress out
not
of
a big problem.
takes the stress out of having to choose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
But I suppose it would. The thing it would do, it add a bit of personality to like players who would, who are into their sort of fashion and would like that aspect, which would be a cool thing.
is it true that there's player songs this year, so the players get to choose a song if they kick a goal? Is that right?
Um,
I'm not.
is
aware
that
of
right? I don't know.
No,
Is
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, it's probably
I
not a
don't
thing.
think
If
so,
you guys
yeah.
don't know about it, then
no.
But maybe some clubs have
Brisbane
it. Yeah, because
You can probably choose to do it at home games. You
yeah,
media team or whatever, they would be able
Yeah.
to.
they might just be asking
Choose
the
it.
forwards.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I don't kick goals that often.
In saying that, you did kick goals in school though. So did you, Thomson.
Yeah.
You played a bit of forward.
Yeah, used to rest. Used to
You got a
rest
message for
forward with calves
Yze or Vossi here, boys? Feel free.
Yeah.
on. Go on, mate.
Nah, the back line's been good. I'll probably stay there, I'd say.
But I'll let Vossi know. The
Yeah.
flexibility to go forward.
Yeah.
Well, you did it in school.
Vossi knows it.
He knows that.
Yeah, he knows his play as well, so he knows that I've got the ability to go forward.
Absolutely.
So
And let's talk now about what do we got next, boys? What are we speaking about here?
if you kicked a goal, Hats, what song would you want
Oh,
for
good
the
question.
celebration?
I'd take a bit of Fred again at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
Fred again.
It's not a bad choice, though,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
What song of Fred?
The one that you like the most. We were talking about it the other day. I don't want to embarrass myself here.
Are you a
Is
true
it the
fan?
Chanel one?
Yeah,
With,
man.
It's like, maybe it's not that one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
Fred again.
yeah, Fred again.
I actually went to his concert the other night.
Oh, how
Rod
was it?
Laver. Yeah, it was unreal.
No, that looked awesome, Freddie. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was. I mean, I haven't gone to a heap of concerts, but he was like one of the best nights I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the bleachers too, and it was.
What night was it?
unreal.
What was it?
Tuesday night.
See, he can pull it off any night.
Yeah.
And that's a
Yeah.
work night.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, how I wanted to ask you a question about that, Thomson. Did anyone come up to you? When you go out, boys, on outings, you might have not had anything then, but do people come up to you, approach you? What's that feeling like? Because I know my brother plays professional cricket, and it happens to him occasionally. And I'm with him, and I see people giving him looks like, oh, yeah, is that him? Is that him? Like they're asking themselves, is that him? Is that him? Because you look different in casual clothes. And you see looks all the time. Some people are brave enough to say hello and stuff. It's not a natural thing. It can be quite awkward, can't it? But what's it like anyway? Has it happened to you boys?
Yeah, it's happened a little bit, but it's sort of
It's pretty cool.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is cool in a way. Like I've never had like a bad experience with it. Like they've come up and sort of hosed you or anything like that. It's all been everyone who's come up's been really nice, positive. It doesn't happen often. Like more so on like nights out when like you're having a few drinks, you're out somewhere, you'll probably, and you're with a group of boys, so you'll get noticed a bit more often. But like sort of just day to day, not overly get noticed that much. Would you say?
Nah,
I mean, we're no rock stars,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Big boys. Pretty big. Oh, I just swore there.
Yeah,
That's the
there you-
first beep.
Yeah.
That's the first beep. Yeah, now, like, when you're with someone like Patrick Cripps or like Dusty, that's when you see guys coming up. Like, what's it like for them? Like, you know, these superstars of the game, top 10 players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they'd get recognised a bit more. I think my phone might be going off there. Sorry about that.
Oh, mate, that's a fine.
Yeah, sorry. Head over the footy fine.
Yes.
Maybe that's a new segment. Anyway, yeah, he's pretty good with all that sort of stuff. Obviously, he would get recognised much more than myself and most people, and especially being, you know, as tall as he is, that sort of thing. So, but I mean, I think like everyone knows that when you're a really good player, that you know, getting noticed more comes with it. So you find ways to deal with it, and most of the time it's fine. It's just a hello, can I have a photo, that sort of thing, and he's fine with it.
Yeah.
Be the same with Dusty, I'd imagine.
Yeah. And I got one question about a few quick ones here. They might be good, they might not be. Can you hear the Adem Saad hoof while you're playing?
Hoof?
Yeah.
Do you mean wolf?
Woof, whatever they say. Yeah.
well, I still don't know what it is.
Hoof.
Woof.
Yeah, wolf. It came. I'm not 100% across it all, but it came, I reckon, from like an ex-player. Yeah, there you go. Who
was it? Charlie, our producer, who was it? What was his name? Who's Ange Christou? Yep.
Used to play for Carlton, is that
Yep.
right? And he every time he kicked, the crowd would say wolf, and then I reckon it was last year or 2 years ago, he spoke with our media team, and they put out a thing and said for Saadi to every time he kicks to do the wolf, and it got traction, and that's how it sort of started. And
Yeah,
now
nice.
every time Saadi kicks, you hear that.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I like little stuff like that to get the crowd involved. I reckon is like a good thing, especially like when you go to football games over in like London and stuff like that, and you like the crowd's got the chants, all that sort of stuff. I feel like getting more of that stuff into the game is a good thing.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Especially with the atmospheres.
Yeah.
The umpire called Cripper Patrick the other day. Does anyone call him Patrick?
No, not really. No, not really. I reckon I'd probably be the only one that calls him Patrick, but I don't call him that often, I'd say.
Yeah.
But was it like a stern sort of?
No, it was a ruck nomination.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
it's probably good for the umpires not to be using nicknames.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought, who calls him Patrick? Anyway, pranks at the clubs. You guys hang out that much, like the players. Dowie, like I know that the Richmond media team, they covered one a few years ago and put it out. Do you remember, we were talking about a pre-show, do you remember that one, what it was?
I
Like, are there any good pranks over your times at Tigerland?
Well, I know the one you're mentioning. It was
Yeah.
about Camden McIntosh. I don't remember what exactly he did, but he's a menace. He does that sort of stuff all the time. He loves a gag, and he loves his Instagram as well. Loves his DIYs. In terms of prank, like, I feel like footy clubs keep you childish. Yeah, it's fair to say. I feel like it's just a bunch of 40 childs going into work, children.
You stay young.
And you stay young, yeah. So there's a lot of childish shit going on.
Yeah.
You might want to beat that one out, mate.
Shit's all good.
But yeah, nothing springs to mind.
It's more for like, I'd say like it's more, well, from my experience, like more when you're a first year, like it's just like little stuff. Like say you've got, I don't know, they've organised like a social event, and then you know, one of the older guys will like make sure everyone's in their club suit, and like everyone knows not to be in your club suit, but sometimes the first years will be like, oh shit, yeah, I've got to get the club suit, so they'll rock up to like just the casual beers at the pub in a club suit, that sort of stuff.
Did that happen to you?
No, that didn't happen to me. It didn't happen to me, but it's happened to a few of other boys. And then stuff like I think Corey Durden, when he was drafted, Matt Cottrell rang him up pretending to be our media guy, saying, "Hey, can you just put a video on Instagram, tag Carlton, and be like, hey, I love Carlton so much. I'm so excited to be at the club and stuff." And he actually put it up. So that was
that's a piece of
that was pretty funny. So yeah, just little shit like that. Like it it always keeps the mood high. It's good.
A common gag that goes on around our club is usually when the first years, or not even first years, it can be anyone that hasn't heard of it yet, but you ask how strong their chin is. So like you'll go up and be like, ask if you have a strong chin, and if you know they want to find out if they got a strong chin or not, you literally just grab their chin like that and just squeeze it, and it doesn't actually hurt, but if you squeeze it for long enough, you get this real purple like circle on your chin, which stays there for days.
Wow.
It's like a big
Does it?
yeah, it's like a
blood.
It's like a big bruise sort of thing that stays there. So in the moment they're like, oh no, it didn't hurt. So they think they got a strong chin, and then the next morning they'll wake up and they got a big bruise on their chin.
That's so funny. Who brought that in?
Don't know.
Was that before you arrived?
Yeah, before I arrived. I never got done with it, but I remember Hugo Ralph Smith got done. There's a few boys.
That's quite funny.
No, I wanted to mention obviously you're new to the pod. You're new to the scene, I suppose, with head over the footy.
Yep.
And you had a bit of a blunder with when you broke the news that you think Carlton are going to make top 4. Yeah. And so for anyone that's seen the video, blurry as anything. And the top comment was something about, you know, he was obviously a Carlton fan.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy about the opinion you've just made.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, something about worry about your camera work rather than looking like it's filmed off a toaster.
He made a he said toaster. You're right. Look.
So have you improved your camera work?
Look, I consulted with my housemate Luca Augusti, and I was like, look, I've said something good here. Like Carlton, I wasn't impressed with their practice game. They didn't play well. And I was like, I've made some good calls here. Like they've played a Melbourne side that has struggled, and I thought Carlton, it's a bit of a wake-up call. I went hard at them, and clearly I look like a goose now. But my video was blurry, so I was like, should I post it, should I not? Like the audio was great. The visual would have been great if it wasn't blurry, but it was. But we still went ahead with it.
Did you think maybe I'll just retake the whole video and get it not blurry?
I found out a long way too far gone.
Okay.
I'd packed up some of the equipment and stuff. So
Yeah.
Have you had any other like sledges from fans?
Yeah.
Now that you got
working in the media, you sort of got to put a shield over it. You do. I read a lot of stuff. Like I'll read heaps, but But like, yeah, like when you write a good story or something and there's a lot of comments, like a lot of the time the people won't have the information that you've got. So you're confident in your own work that whatever you've put out there is got evidence behind it. It's got it's been well thought through. So, so regardless of what people think, I'll take it on board. But yeah.
I know you broke the news about the old Northball.
I did,
That
mate.
was a nice little piece by you.
I did.
So you were the one that said Northball.
I was the one. George Wardlaw, he briefly mentioned it. And
Yeah.
then 5 minutes later, I was like, did you use... is Northball the way you're calling your style of footy this season? And he's like, yeah.
Wait, you spoke to George Wardlaw?
Yeah, after the Collingwood North practice match.
Oh, okay.
I was there with all the other news journalists.
Wow,
and
with the phone and stuff?
Yeah, I was sorting him out, mate.
Yeah.
I was best on in that.
Yeah?
I was.
Did you get a bit of respect after that?
Kind of, not really.
Was anyone like, oh, who's this new kid on the block? Yeah, he can piss off.
Sort of, not really.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, there's another story to all that, and I was there because I write for Herald Sun and News Corp. That's one of my jobs. And then I got the podcast, so I was there for the podcast. I wasn't there for News Corp.
Yeah.
So because I was there for the podcast, like technically speaking, then I had to chat to the media people afterwards because they were helping me out, and but then because I was there for the podcast, they were like, oh, we don't know if you're allowed to be here because it's a podcast. And I was like, I've pulled out the best question of the interview, and you kick me out. But no, that's all good, and yeah, no, that was one of my good pieces of work.
Northball, well done, mate.
First of many.
Yeah, yep. Now, Kempy, I wanted to ask you about your Japan trip because I was listening to the Blues podcast, the summer, what are they called?
Summer sessions.
Yeah, good podcast. And after losing to Brisbane in that prelim final, you and a few of the boys went to Japan. Mm-hmm. Your brother was there, Thomson? Is that right?
Paddy was there, yeah.
Yep. And why was that roller coaster sketchy? That's the question I got for you.
Yeah. So it was sketchy, from like the get-go. So when the theme park was just a bit weird. It was just like this little small theme park. Never heard of it. It's like $5 entry. We went in, we were having a look at rides. So a lot were closed down. And then we're like, we'll just try the roller coaster. And then when we got in, we got in the roller coaster, went to shut the bar over our legs. And because a lot of things are just smaller over there, so we couldn't get it over our legs. It wouldn't close. So we had to cross our legs sort of real low, and I was nearly cramping in my glutes. And to get it shut, and then so you just didn't feel stable whatsoever, and then it was still real loose. And then I don't know, the roller coaster was just real rusted, and then the chains, it was connected through sort of a bull bar and something that goes over it, so it looked like it could have slipped off at any second. And anyway, and then every turn you just hear creaking and rattling, and on the drop you just did not feel safe whatsoever.
Wow.
So it was probably won't do it again, but it was a fun experience, and funny for us boys to look back on, mate.
Who was on it with you?
It was myself, Adam Chera, Paddy and Walshy, and then two other randoms.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Did it feel... have you been on a roller coaster before? Did it feel different to being on another roller coaster ride because of all that?
Yeah, it felt... Yeah, well, honestly, it'd be the least scary, in terms of, the dips and all that. It'd be the least scary roller coaster I've been on, but, the most because it was just that sketchy.
Right, that's how...
I thought you could fall out, yeah, honestly. That was the scary part, not the... Because, I've been on other, Movie World and all that, where it's, way scarier in terms of what it does. But that was, shit, this could fall apart any second.
That's insane.
Yeah. It was. But it's funny to, tell the tale, mate.
And get through it and survive it, and then you're laughing.
Exactly, mate.
Yeah, wow.
And now I'm here on Head Over the Footy.
Absolutely. All right, boys. Well, you're coming up against each other on Thursday. I'll leave it at that.
Do you have any other questions in related to that, mate?
Well, you guys can throw some barbs at each other. Go for it. The platform's yours.
No, it seemed like you were holding a question
is that a
back
loaded
there.
question?
Well, yeah. I want you guys to, have a bit of a stare off.
Stare off.
UFC fight, boxing match. Is that what you want?
Yeah. Step on each other's toes. That's right. I'm gonna tackle you.
If we do play an AFL and come up against each other, what do you want to see? What does Head Over the Footy podcast want to see?
Very nice. Well, what can we organise here?
Do you want us to see us getting a fight or something?
Yeah, something. No, you get a fine for that.
Yeah, that's
we don't
true.
have a big budget here.
Yeah.
We're looking for sponsors still. We can't. I can't fund that punch on because you guys do get fined if you have a little.
Yeah, that's true.
We're probably the first blokes to run away from a punch on anyway.
That's true.
Well, we'll work on that. I reckon you guys can potentially do something. This is what I want.
Yeah.
Post game, it might be one of you two doing the interviews, but they normally do 2 interviews. I want you guys to go in the background of the interview and high five each other. 2 hands up high, bang.
There's a lot of.
Come on.
I don't think we can do that.
Mentioning Head Over the Footy in a post-game interview.
Yeah, but they got to. There's only 3 players that get interviewed.
Yeah, and it'd usually be the big dogs.
Well, you guys
Just
will.
make it happen, force your way through.
Yeah, true.
Well, if you how about that? If you guys, we'll work something out, boys.
We'll work
Let us
something.
know.
We'll
throughout
work
the
something
week,
out.
mate.
We'll let you know throughout the week.
Sounds
But boys, thanks very much for coming on. I reckon we've wrapped it up. We've just about covered it all. So thanks for being the first guests on Head Over the Footy.
It's been a pleasure, mate.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having us, mate.
Absolutely, boys. Thanks very much for coming on. First guests. Hopefully we're going to get more people on. But you guys good supporters of Head Over the Footy. So thanks very much. And all the best for the season and good luck for Thursday night.
Beautiful.
Thanks,
Thanks very
mate.
much.
Thanks for having us.